Alright, this is where we failed with Spirit. However, her audio was bugged. I have an itch in my ear. Let's take care of that. I thought I saw something. Am I seeing things? Let's see. This gen's got progress right here. Okay. We got people screaming. Back we go. It's just a cute bunny. Yeah, we're wasting time here. This just has to break. Wish I had the iridescent button. It'd be nice to have nowhere to hide. Man, they're all healed up too. That'd be nice to have nowhere to hide. See some auras. Finally. Alright, this one has the most. Oh no, man. Pop? What's gonna give me the most bang for the buck? Alright, buddy. You want it? I feel so short as the Bunny Legion. You know what? They can pop that gen. I'm not leaving him. Gen here, gen up top. No progress on that. You wanted to jump in front and force hits? Well, there you go. You jumped in front and forced the hits. boil over. Don't know if we'll make it. I don't think we're gonna make it, actually. She's out. Oh, we did. What was our first hook? How's boil over working out for you? Hey, so Quentin, why did you camp me? I didn't do anything to you. I even gave us bloody party streamers. So I don't really feel I deserve that face camp, but alright. Still here, by the way, just wanting to get an answer, not trying to be mean. Well, I mean, if you look at the situation, this is the last gen, and it's cranking, right? And if I don't secure a kill one way or another, I get teabagged by 4 survivors at the exit gate and told I'm trash in the end game. Plus, it's not really my goal to kill anybody. I'm trying to pip to get to Area 1, and in order to pip, you have to kill people. It's just part of the game. Cry about it. I mean, it's not like that. People just take the game differently, right? Like, some people are more competitive than others, and some people are just having fun. Some people are solo queue, some people are on a sweaty swift. But basically, a map like this is very hard. There's all these loops, all these places for survivors to run, hide, juke, pallets everywhere. You were body blocking my frenzy. So you were confidently playing in a way where you were not afraid to take hits. And if you actually rewind the stream, you'll hear me say it, but you were jumping in front of people to take hits to body block. And so it's like you wanted to get hit. And then you got hit. And then, I mean, nobody came to save you in time, I guess. That's on the survivors. I mean, if you're going to confidently do things like that, like jump in front of survivors to force me to lose my frenzy and not get my hits, then like survivors are going to do what survivors can do, and they're going to do what they can do to win. And killers have to do what killers have to do to win. And unfortunately, sometimes that is tunnel someone out, camp a hook, proxy camp, slug, whatever they have to do in order to get the advantage they need to do. Same way survivors have to do it. Body block, that's a way to counter Legion's frenzy. Yeah, exactly. So you were doing what benefited you and the survivors to make it more difficult on me. And I did what I could do to make it more difficult on the survivors. And if they can't get to the hook rescue, that's on them, or they choose not to. Maybe they prioritize a gen instead. The same way, if I couldn't get my frenzy because you were blocking it, like, that's on me. But you see how she's teabagging me on the hatch? Well, do I want to see 4 survivors teabagging me at the gate? Or just 1 teabagging me on the hatch? Plus, my real goal was to get pips here. So I apologize if it seems like I was being toxic, and I wasn't. I don't think it was being toxic, and I wasn't being toxic either. Like, for me to camp a hook and try to secure a death when gens are popping off, and like, if you just watch that game, I was struggling to get it down. No matter how many times I hit people, I couldn't get it down. Oh, I didn't even look at the perks. But people were running me all around the loops. I was wasting time. Like, it's just what killers have to do. They have to secure a kill. So basically, when you were on hook, I have an add-on that when I go into frenzy, I can see if any gens have progress, and it didn't look like any gens had progress. Or maybe the one that had progress was way on the other side of the map. And I wasn't going to leave the hook and just give a free unhook, free heal. Like, you guys just have everything for free. Just do the gens for free. Just open the gates for free. And it's like, that's how survivors expect killers to play. And I just don't get it. Survivors are doing everything in their power to win. They're putting blast mine on gens. They're gen rushing. They're using prove thyself, resilience, made for this, hope, adrenaline. Like, you can't even catch these survivors at loops anymore with all the stacked perks that they have. Brand new parts, med kits, syringes, like endurance perks. It's the killer's got to do what the killer can do. If the killer has to proxy camp a hook and flip the pressure, it's like, it's not always the killer is the one that's really supposed to be putting pressure on the survivors. But the way this game is, a lot of the times is the pressure is all on the killer, because you can't even go into a chase for like 2 minutes, a minute and a half, 2 minutes without like 3 gens popping. So half the game is over with, like, when you take 1 chase, basically. So the idea for a killer is you have to like spread out your pressure. You have to hit this person, then hit that person, then down that person, then hook this person, then slug that person, then kick this gen, then go to over there, then maybe proxy camp a hook if that's in your best interest at that moment, because everyone's gonna, well, they should have come for the unhook. They didn't come for you, I guess. It was more important for them to do a gen. I mean, you jumped in front of them to body block and save them, and they didn't return the favor by coming to save you on the hook, is what it looked like. Yeah, well, your solo queue, I feel your pain. I'm not saying you were wrong for doing what you did. Like, body blocking, it was the smart thing to counter the frenzy and to stop me. But at the same time, it's already, on my end, it's already difficult enough to be getting hits and downs around all these loops. And then you did that. And so it's like, okay, if you're going to be that confident and not scared to jump in front of the killer and force hits like that, then, you know, you're going to end up on a hook eventually. I mean, unless you're super looper, I don't know. Not with them. I've been solo queuing all night, and I don't try to be toxic unless the killer starts something. I didn't think you were being toxic. I just thought you were doing the smart thing. But the smart thing gets you killed sometimes, or the right thing, or the, you know, like you said, if I were a survivor, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Survivors that I've been with the past few days haven't been good at all. I always loop the killers while everyone's hiding in lockers. Gimmick tunneling, not a good killer. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Go play killer, see how you do. You're awful. You're awful. Learn how to spell your. U plus R equals your. It's a conjunction. It's not Y-O-U-R. It's Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. You're a terrible killer. Were you the Kate that was teabagging, or like what? That crazy boy, thanks for the Quit being toxic. Yeah, see, this is toxic. Quentin, you weren't toxic. You were just playing smart and just trying to do what you were doing. They didn't save you. They're the bad teammates. But this person, Tristan here, this is what toxicity is. Like, whatever happens in the game is not toxic. If the killer has to camp a proxy camp a hook, and the survivors are going to cry about it because they don't get to do free gens and get free unhooks and free heals, like, that's just a crybaby being toxic because things didn't go their way. Is that your mom in the chat? You're being an awful killer camping and tunneling. Like, I don't know. Are you a 12-year-old? No, it's actually the Quentin. Let's see. I'm the Kate, my guy. I'm not your guy. One you didn't attempt to unhook. I'm getting confused. I tried to be altruistic with the body block, and they didn't even try to rescue. Exactly, it's their fault. Come on, I'm an M1 killer basically in this instance, and they can't go trade a hook for you. Were they even hooked? Like, by the time 2 people were dead, I think the other 2 maybe had 1 hook, if that, or none. Because one of I hooked for the Alan, listen, you don't have to be a crybaby. You want to play against my nurse? Bro ran OP add-ons and sweaty perks and is trying to justify himself. Wow, we got the crybaby squad in here. OP perks, let's see. If I was running an OP perk, I would put on the button, and every time I vault a pallet, it breaks instantly. I wasn't even using that. What? I got to kick gens with eruption and then you just go tap them again. Let's see. I got jolt. So you run me all the way to the other side of the map where no gens are and I get nothing at a jolt. Let's see. Spirit Fury Enduring. You just pre-drop pallets and I have to break them. What OP? There wasn't anything OP. If I wanted OP, like I would have brought a pink Mori or something. And the iridescent button. Like, I'm playing Legion. Come on. It's a video game. You guys don't need to cry because you got beat. So I feel like the Quentin, you were solo queue, and then, like, this is the crybaby squad that was probably together, I guess. Bro, it's a game. Like, stop being a sore loser. Just, like, take the L and go next. It's not that big of a deal. I sound mad right now. How do I sound mad? I'm as chill as can be. Not gonna lie, I was gonna unfollow you after this because I came in here upset, but seeing how you're chill, I'm gonna keep my followers. See, thank you. And I'm sorry that happened to you. It's so funny how you're like one way. See, this is the divide of DBD. This is how half the community, I don't know the percentage, but you have the toxic players. Here, I'll play OP now, okay? The toxic players, and then you have the chill players, right? So this Quentin, who was solo queue, is very chill. You didn't do anything wrong, and I'm sorry, but that's the way it happens, is that your little toxic crybabies team here that you weren't queued up with, they didn't save you, and then they're over here just being toxic. So you were actually the best one. You should have been the one that escaped. You should have been the one that got the hatch. But as the killer, like, you have to kind of apply pressure however you can. And if that means knowing someone's on death hook and you're proxying it, like, it's on the team to come in there and save you, and they just failed. And because they failed, they're coming in here trying to talk trash because they're their own shortcomings. It's kind of sad. You have a good night, and I'll try to get better teammates because you got, listen, that's great. You guys suck. See, we're in agreement on that. But if you want, my information is in the the description of the live stream, and you can feel free to add send me a friend request and join the Discord, and we play with people all the time. Like, I won't do solo queue. I just won't do it because of that right there. Because when you go in with randoms, you never know what you're going to get, and most of them are garbage. And I don't mean to say it like that, but some people are new, some people are just bad, some people make a lot of mistakes, and then some people are just trashy people, like the people that you just got queued up with, like bad attitude people, just miserable. Bro, really ignoring me. Look, what do you want me to say? You sound mad. I'm not mad. I don't know what to tell you. Thanks for the content, I guess. You're saying GG's. Now you're saying GG's? I don't know what you're saying. I was saying bye to the Quentin.